So in the last few chapters of the book of Acts, Luke, he kind of recounts very quickly Paul's journey to Rome. He talks about how Paul felt led to go to Rome and how he finally ends up getting to Rome. But in these last several chapters, we see four things that the Holy Spirit wants to see in our lives as we continue the journey and continue the story that was started back in Acts chapter 2 through the Spirit of God. Number one, be challenging. Be challenging. But here's the point. People constantly wanted to know what made Paul tick. What made Paul live the way he did? Why was he so different than everybody else? Why was he so passionate about his beliefs? Because Paul was a well-educated Jewish religious leader before he gets converted. He could have stayed in the Jewish religion, made a big name for himself, maybe one day become a high priest or worked in the temple. He could have done a lot of things. He was educated and he was a Roman citizen. Paul had basically the entire world in front of him. As a well-educated Pharisee, he could have made money in the Jewish religion. As a Roman citizen, he could have owned land. He could have owned property. He could have made a lot of money for himself and made a name for himself and gotten power and prestige. But he gave it all up for this Jesus guy. He gave it all up to go around the world to get beaten, to get stoned, to get arrested, to be hated, just to tell people about Christ. His life and the way he lived his life made people question why he was different. So here's what we got to ask. Does our life do that? Do people see the way that we live and think there's something different about them? Our lives should provoke questions from the lost. Be challenging in how you live.